Welcome to Spark Sessions. I'm your host, Sonya Locke, and this girl is on fire. Today's guest embodies the art of reinvention. Marian Giacoman is a stylist, content creator, and entrepreneur whose digital brand is a portrait of elegance and intention. But behind the minimalist aesthetic is a deeper story, one of leaving behind a thriving fashion career, fleeing political unrest in her country of Bolivia, and starting over in the United States. She went from running her own fashion line to arriving in a new country with no blueprint, no network, and no guarantee. What could have ended her career instead was the spark of reinvention. Today, Marian has a network of over 60,000 women who look to her to inspire their confidence and their authenticity. Her story is not one of erasing the past or playing the victim. Instead, it is the power of silence and choosing what to carry forward. Marian, thank you so much for being our guest today. I mean, your story is so incredible. Your style is just exquisite. I follow you, and it's just, you're so beautiful what you portray to the world. And when I say by intention, I mean, it's very purposeful. And I'm so excited to tell your story.
Thank you. I'm very honored.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
So to start, I always think that everybody's fire actually starts with a little spark and like their roots and their eyes. And yours is so rich and cultural. But tell me a little bit about, I guess, your influences and, how you grew up.
So I come from, my parents say being my biggest influence. They taught me to work really hard for your personal projects, and everything. So my dad actually, he's been working for the same electricity company for over like 36 years.
Oh, wow.
So he actually, this week that passed, he just got a recognition. So that was amazing. I mean, I always saw him working very hard, and he built himself up, and that has always been an inspiration for me. Also, my mom. If I would say like my biggest inspiration, it would be definitely my mom. She used to be the manager for a private university back in Bolivia, until she decided that she wanted to build her own construction company and start from zero.
I mean, that had to be so unusual. I mean, for a female to run a construction company, especially in like Bolivia, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that my mom, she was like, wow. And that actually inspired me to start studying architecture because I wanted to work with her, And yeah, that's how, I mean, the spark, if I would say, it literally came from my parents, my household.
Are they still in Bolivia now?
Yes.
Okay.
They're still in Bolivia.
So tell me about, like, I guess your culture of growing up in Bolivia and how that kind of influenced your style now.
My style. Well, I have like this motto that for me, there's beauty in simplicity. I love, clean, simple lines. I feel like growing in the 90s, that's what it did for me. Yeah. And for example, like one of my biggest fashion icons that I admire is Rosie Huntington.
Okay.
She's like very classy, very minimalistic, and clean lines and all the, very elegant, but again, elegance in simplicity. So that's my main thing.
And you, I mean, I assume also with architecture, like the structural beauty of like, it's very exact in terms of science.
Yes.
So how did that go from there to launching your own fashion line?
So if I would say like the impact that architecture had on me, it was, the influence of the culture in the structures and everything. And I think that had like a very good impact in when I decided that I wanted to start my own clothing line. I was like, I want to include the diversity in our culture and, like make a ready to wear collection and just like showing off our culture, pretty much like celebrating
Yes.
ourselves every single day. So I did that and it went really well.
I was about to say, I know your
Yeah.
your clothing line, Bolivia Pop. It was featured in magazines. A lot of celebrities were wearing them. It was very highly influenced and stuff. So you did quite well with that.
I think I was lucky. Besides, like, my husband, my family. I so lucky to have my husband. He has always been supporting me, and he made some connections there. And it was really nice to see that people were actually finding like giving the value to my work. It was amazing, honestly. Yeah.
But you had to leave Bolivia, right? But no, what was it,
Yes.
2018 or 19?
It was 2018. Yes.
Wow. And I mean, starting all over. I mean, but you had to just flee because of the political unrest and everything else.
Yeah, I think it was very hard because I felt that I was just getting started.
Yeah.
And it was getting like my brand, it was getting like well accepted, and it was hard, but I was kind of like also excited to start in a new place. I never thought like, oh my God, some people are like, I would love to live somewhere else, or like, try a new country, or like, they have different ideas of what they want with their life. But at the time I was like very content where I was. But I guess that, yeah, I was very excited.
Yeah, but I mean, you had like, you just started, you were getting recognition, you had a
Yes.
full thing, and then
That was very hard.
you had to
And
just basically
leaving my
start over.
family behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just the three of us, my husband, my daughter, and me. So it was shocking too.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
had to be hard. How old was your daughter at the time when you left?
Oh, she was so little. She was 4
Oh, wow.
by the time, yes. And it was like the language barrier and everything in between. But I mean, I'm so glad it happened. I think that everything happens for a reason. And
Yes.
me being here now, it's everything thanks to
I know.
that.
I mean,
So, yeah.
you came here and then you started jewelry first, and then you became like, instead of launching your own fashion line, you became a stylist and a content creator.
Yeah.
And you work with so many different brands now and the same type style. But what gave you the inspiration to kind of start in this whole digital world?
So just like I said, my mom, she's the woman I look up to, and I wanted to do something for myself, So I started because I have my certification from the University of Arts in London as a personal stylist.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, well, it was the pandemic, actually. It was 2020. So we all had a lot of time in our hands, right? And I was like, well, I feel like I want to start with this. So in my head, I was like, I'm going to start like this Instagram account. It started with Instagram. So I was like, I want to start this Instagram account, and I'm going to film myself and put myself out there and just like sharing styling tips and things like that to help women to find their, to show their better selves. So that has always been my thing and my goal. And it all started like that, and it quickly changed. Then I realized that brands were like, hey, we would love to work with you. And it suddenly became more like an influencer job.
Yeah.
Right? But no, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have been so blessed. It's been amazing.
No, and it's beautiful. I mean, I love watching your stuff, and it does. It builds confidence, and it's very, like I said, the elegance and the intention Like you
Exactly.
say things with a lot of simplicity and minimal, you don't go into the
Yes.
dramas and all of that, but it's more, very beautiful view
Yeah.
of the world, I would say. So, I mean, next, let's talk a little bit about the challenges. You have a 4-year-old daughter. It's COVID. You're
Yes.
starting not only you're starting your own brand. Like it's now you are the brand versus the clothing line and stuff like that. Let's talk about some of those struggles.
Yeah, I mean, without realizing, actually, it wasn't intentional at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, but I mean, that's how things were playing at the time. It was hard, balancing my daughter. She was starting first grade
In a new
uh,
country, in a
in a
different
new
language.
country, in a different language. Actually, she was 7 at the time,
Okay.
so she was okay with the language, but I mean, she was learning to read.
Yeah.
So it was like a lot of time that obviously I had to dedicate her, and I was also trying to build my brand. So I mean, it was hard. It
Yes.
was hard. It was COVID. Everybody was panicking, and I just wanted to put myself out there and just like help other people. I thought like if this helps someone like another woman to with these tips or like how I style my clothes, and they can identify themselves and find a way to you know look their best and feel their best, that would be great. And so yeah, it happened.
Yes. And I mean, that's probably why you got so much recognition as an influencer, is because, like I said, you're really talking about building women's confidence and
Exactly.
elegance. And, but let's talk about like the struggles, like being an influencer and being on social media. How do you keep that privacy?
Well, yeah, I decided very early on that I wanted to keep my life private. So, I mean, for me, just empowering women, that has always been the goal.
Right.
So me sharing like these styling tips or like these fashion inspiration, how to dress, like how to style your own clothes, like what pants suit you the best, and all these tips and tricks that I already knew, sharing with other people. And if that would make other women to feel their best and look their best, I was like,
Yeah.
that has always been the main goal.
That's what I love about like, because like I said, I follow you and stuff, and it's like every day there's something beautiful that you're showing, and it's simple and it's elegant, and it's all positive and uplifting. It's not like drama or,
Exactly.
clickbait and things like that. So,
Yes.
I mean, it's very intentional on trying to come up with just that privacy side.
Yeah. It's also like, there's a lot of noise
Yes.
in the world already. So I feel that it's just like nice and safe place, I would
Yes.
say, for someone that it's looking for inspiration. So yeah,
But putting yourself out there, I bet you still get haters. I mean, we talk a lot about social media on this podcast.
yes.
It's very dangerous territory in some ways. So,
It
do you get
is.
some of the bad reviews as well, or?
Yeah, I do. I have, and I mean, you always get like there's always gonna be people criticizing you and trying to, bring you down, and that's valid, I guess. But I don't think that for me the pressure is not on the people commenting about what I do. The pressure is me comparing to other creators,
Ah,
because like normal life, you compare yourself to other people in social media. So when it is your work and you're chronically online, because I'm chronically online, so, and it's like comparing like, oh my god, am I doing this right? I'm looking at this amazing creator, and like maybe she's doing this, and should I? So I think like the biggest struggle, it's not the hate, it's just like how hard can you be with yourself when you're constantly comparing. I mean, it's there,
one
right?
of my favorite sayings is comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes,
But you're in a world
exactly.
where
Exactly.
you are putting yourself in comparison. You
Yes.
are opening yourself up to, you know, where you have to, I guess, check and see your relevancy and all of that.
Yes.
So how do you get through that? How do you quiet the noise and stick to your own brand and
I
point?
think that, well, it's just like doing and sharing the things that I feel comfortable with. Everybody right now is just like to overshare and to connect with their audience in a more personal level. And I don't do it because I don't feel comfortable with that. And I don't want to show and put myself out there in a way that I'm not going to feel comfortable with it.
Right.
Just because I feel that somebody else is doing or anything like that. It's been hard. I have had my moments where I was like, well, maybe if I just share a little bit. And then I always give it like 1 or 2 days to think about it. And, personally, that's not something I would love to do. So,
Yeah.
and I'm really glad that you're asking me this because it's about keeping your authentic self while you're
Yes.
sharing this other side and part of you with everybody. So, yeah.
I think you said it exactly perfectly, being authentic.
Exactly.
Right? And not doing stuff for ratings or whatever that you're getting. It's like,
Yes.
but doing it more for your authentic self. And you are a stylist, you're classically trained, and
Yeah.
you're doing it to build women's confidence, not to,
That's the goal. That's the
just
goal.
little clicks, right?
Exactly.
How do you keep your daughter, what's her social media allowance, I guess, in terms of how do you?
She wants to get out there so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, not. Because as I said, like I already experienced like some of those like comparison and like those bad feelings.
Yes.
When you are like online. And she's just so young. She's gonna turn 12.
Yeah, and that's such a tricky age as well.
It is a tricky age, and I wouldn't like for her to compare herself with other people, especially in social media.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm trying to hold her, for her like to have social media right now. I feel like until she turns 13, I think she's still building herself up. So I mean, she's so little. So my husband and me, we both try to just keep her away from it while we can.
One of the things with social media, especially at such a young age, at like 12 and 13, is you're looking at people's best version of their life, right? It's a curated reel.
Exactly.
And you can't think that, okay, that's reality. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
You have good moments and you have bad moments. And, so I think that's very important how you have a curated reel, but it is only on the positive and what you feel like you need to share.
With her?
No, I mean, like with your style, you've done that. How can you instill that in her to understand it at such a young age?
At such a young, I mean, the thing is that just how you said it, I mean, everybody just share like the best part of themselves in social media. And that's why it is so hard for you to keep yourself grounded and just not feel like you have to look certain way and do certain things, or that you don't go through hard moments. But I don't know, I feel like we are trying for her to understand that the life that you show in social media is one thing and your private life is completely different. And I think that at least I'm trying to give her like a very good example of for her to not overshare when she gets the opportunity to start sharing her things and like in social media. I'm not against it.
In this world, I mean, you have had to reinvent yourself a million times. You've had to reinvent yourself in a new country, and and a new career, and well, you've had many careers, right? Going from an architect to then a fashion designer, and now being a content creator and a stylist, of course. I mean, I guess the bigger question is how, as women, do we build our confidence going into something completely new? and reinventing ourselves. And how did you have that confidence to reinvent?
Yeah, I think, well, we all carry our experiences with us, right? And whenever we're trying to reinvent ourselves, we are only pushing ourselves to be our best version, I think. I mean, reinventing is growing, honestly. We reinvent ourselves through our whole life, sorry.
Yes.
And yeah, I think it's just like the power to be resilient and give ourselves some grace while we do that and just keep pushing through it.
Yeah.
I think that's what.
I think the grace is a very big thing and exactly. I think that's also like what your message is on your brand, is giving women their authentic self and confidence in that.
And grace, and be graceful with, yeah.
And also the silence, like you're very, you don't have to tell them everything that you've gone through, right?
You don't have to overshare.
Yes.
To prove a point, or
Yes.
It has a lot to do with that too.
And so what do you feel like you bring from your culture and everything that you've been through and coming here to the US and some of the statistics that's really interesting is that immigrant women right now is the largest group of entrepreneurs in the US. From 1980 to 2005. It created 42% more jobs than actually U.S. things, but you have a lot of struggles with that. Like I said, you're coming into a different culture and everything. So
yeah, I think that there's the pressure of prove yourself,
right,
in a new setting. Specifically, if we're talking about migrate to some other place, I think you just want to be true to yourself, not forgetting about your roots, and you just want to prove yourself that you can do it outside. That you have something to share and something to prove. That's amazing. And your past experiences, that's what you carry with, and that's what you have to, push through. And the resilience is a very, very big part, and give yourself grace about it.
Yes.
That you're just starting again, and that it is okay. And try not to be, perfect. And things they're not always gonna be how you picture for them to be, but change is good. And everybody learns while they go, I guess.
Yes. And I mean, also too, with you in a digital world, I mean, that's exactly what we talk about with social media. Life is not a curated reel every day.
It is not. And with social media, it's, they're like this trend right now is oversharing. Tomorrow, we don't know. Mm-hmm. Right? So I feel like being authentic to yourself, and I think that's the main thing for me, I would say. Yeah.
Well, cheers again to all of your success in this new network that you have built here. I mean, you are the art of resilience and reinvention. And I think your story and everything that you share with the world is very beautiful.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
So with you work with a lot of very good brands, and I mean, both on the makeup lines and on the obviously the clothing lines and stuff. How do you choose brands that represent you, or do you have to say no to certain ones because they're not authentically you?
Definitely saying no. It is a hard thing, because you're putting yourself out there, and you don't wanna. You wanna partner with brands, but I feel like part of being authentic to yourself is just like deciding and choosing who do you want to partner with. That's very important for me too. So if I don't feel that the brand is aligning with my style, or what I go for, it is a hard pass, definitely. But I'm very into quiet luxury brands, small brands, and like sophisticated designs, and something that if you put it on, it makes you feel like powerful and confident, and yeah, I mean, I'm all about that.
No, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. And like I said, everything that you feature on your site is just very elegant and powerful,
Thank
And
you.
so I imagine that it's hard to try to figure out which brands you.
Yeah, I always try to, experiment like with brands that not everybody's working with. Maybe I love working with small brands. Like for example, right now, I've been working with some French and Italian leather good brands. They're amazing. Like the quality is amazing. They're small brands. They're family owned, and that's what really calls me. And I
Yeah.
feel that yeah,
What are
like
some of those
showing.
brands?
I would say one is Atelier Auguste. They
Mm.
make beautiful purses, and I mean, I just love them. I love supporting like a good brand with a mission, especially if it's small or like family owned. I mean, that says a lot.
Yeah.
Like the craftsmanship and everything is just so good and detailed. So yeah, I feel like that.
And it goes back to your values.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I like that. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
I'll definitely have to check those out. I mean, like I said, all of your style is always so beautiful.
Thanks.
So
I'll send it to you. You're gonna love it.
So, you put so much out there for other women and for everybody. Your world is somewhat always on.
Yeah.
How do you recharge? How do you keep your flame burning?
I do a lot of things, honestly. I feel like I have to. No, I mean, I love to work out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very into Pilates right now.
Oh.
I'm not that good, but I feel like it is a very good workout. I mean, for me, like working out, and I would love to meditate more, definitely. But I think that for me, how I recharge the best is I love when I just have some me time. Alone time for me is just what I need. If I can just leave my phone at home and, like just go for a walk, that we've been doing that actually with my husband a lot at night. So we go and walk for 2 hours
Oh,
before
wow.
bed, and I leave my phone and we talk about everything pretty much. And that's been really nice. I really appreciate that.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. Especially, I mean, because like I said, you're on all the time. Plus your mom, and then you have your husband, and you have all of those things. But I love that. Just uncharging for 2 hours.
Yes.
That's a long walk, too.
Yeah. And that's how we connect, too.
Yeah.
We have the time to unwind and to lean in each other. And it's been amazing. It's been really
beautiful.
Good. So for me, I would say right now, long walks, no phone.
Yes, I like that. I like that. That's a good recharge step. That's perfect. So now is the most important part of Spark Sessions, I believe, and it's called passing the torch. So, I mean, you've been the art of reinvention, and you put yourself out there so much, but what do you want to tell, or what advice could you give to other women, either coming into the country and starting all over, and or what could you go back and tell yourself 20 years ago?
Yourself. Oh yeah, don't wear leggings as pants. That's funny, but no. In all seriousness, I would say, I mean, just do what you feel comfortable with doing, and just go for it. Pretty much, like life is too short. You have to take risks. If you don't feel comfortable doing something, just look for something else, look for something different. And at the end of the day, I feel like hard work pays off.
Yes.
And I mean, it will work out at the end of the day. So yeah, I think that staying true to yourself, that's pretty much the best advice I could give to someone.
And I think you are very true to yourself. It's like I said, it's like silence is almost more golden, right? You don't have to tell everybody all about your struggles. You can just live it and create a life that reflects that.
Exactly, and reflect, especially like not because anyone can say a million of things, right? But just to lead by giving a good example, it says more all the time. So yeah, I feel like just being living proof that other people can, it's a very good way to live your life and show other people that they can do it too.
Your mother was obviously an incredible influence on you, that built your strength. What do you hope that your daughter recognizes in you or says about you if we were interviewing her today?
I mean, wow. I honestly hope for herself to find something that she loves and pursues it. And even though if other people like, or even me, if I'm against it or something like that, there's nothing more powerful than believing in yourself. So whatever that she feels that she needs to do with her life, I feel like I want to be there and support her. So yeah, I think being intentional and always have faith that you can do it,
and believing in
and
yourself. I love
believing
that.
exactly.
I love that. That's a great
Exactly.
phrase. That's perfect. So now is my favorite part of Spark Sessions, and it's the fire round. Quick questions. First thing comes to mind. Okay, no guessing, no wrong answers.
Mhm.
All right, go-to outfit when you're in a rush.
I would say a good pair of jeans, a good basic, and kitten heels.
Oh, okay. A beauty trend you wish that would disappear.
A beauty trend. Maybe rhinestones with your eyeshadow.
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, only for a festival, I guess.
Mhm. Coffee, tea, or cocktails?
Cocktails always.
A book that inspires you.
I would say The Power of Now.
Oh,
That was an eye-opening book for me. Yes, for sure.
Dream dinner guest, living or dead?
Oh my God. Both of my grandmothers.
Aww.
I love my grandmother. I've been missing them so much lately.
Aww. One app you can't live without.
Oh, Pinterest. I love Pinterest.
I've had a couple of people say that. Favorite place in Vegas?
Favorite place in Vegas. I feel like Catch is always a good time.
Mhm. What's one thing that's always in your bag?
Lip gloss.
Yes,
That's an
especially
easy
here.
one.
It's so
It's
dry
so
in
dry,
Vegas. My lips
yeah.
have been killing me.
I know.
And guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure. Oh, too much alone time, I would say. Or like a good big puzzle. I love that.
That's awesome. All right, final question. What is your one truth? Your spark that keeps you going each day?
It's definitely my faith. It's my faith, in God. It's my faith that everything's going to work out. It's my faith in myself, my family, I think, when you say faith, it brings like a whole new meaning, but like it's what you carry with yourself in the good, in the bad. It's just like, for me, it's my faith.
That's beautiful. Thank
Thank
you. Thank you
you.
so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
You have been
for having
such a
me.
delightful guest, and like I said, you really are an inspiration. So
Thank you. It's been an
so
honor.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to Spark Sessions. Until next time, keep the fire burning.